Hello everyone, my name is Plain Gamer. Today we're going to be doing the Wikipedia, the Emu War explained by Wikipedia in 45 languages. I am not logged in. This is Wikipedia, a free encyclopedia. So let's see and give it a rating, either from 1, which means it's incredibly inaccurate, to 10, which means that it's completely accurate. Probably going to be like the same one, which I think last one was 4.5, or just 4. I'm going to just start rounding the numbers. Anyways, we have the Emu War, or the Great Emu War. The nuisance of wildlife management military operation was undertaken in Australia over the later part of 1932 to address public concern over numbers of emus. A large flightless bird indigenous to Australia said to be destroying their crops in a Champion district within the wheat belt of Western Australia. The unsuccessful attempt to curb the population of emus employed the Royal Australian Artillery soldiers armed with Lewis guns, leading the media to adopt the Emu War, referring to the incidents of a bird for kill. Okay, once again, fails to describe any form of detail. It also fails to describe much of things about it, like the whole setup about it. It also, I don't think it has to write. Maybe this is correct, I have no idea. Either way, following World War I, the large number of discharged veterans who served the war were given land by the Australian government to take up farming within Western Australia, often in agricultural marginal areas. With the onset of the Great Depression in 1929, these farmers were encouraged to increase their wheat crops, with the government promising and failing to deliver assistance in the form of subsidies. In spite of recommendations and promises, subsides wheat situation intensified. Prices continued to fall, and by October 1932, the situation intensified. The farmers preparing to harvest the season's crops simultaneously threatening to refuse to deliver wheat. Yikes. Okay, so bad things are happening. Meanwhile, yep, so basically, bad things were happening. Once again, fails to do, I guess that was as much of the summary as you can get. But still, there's less detail, plus the fact that the Great Depression and the whole, that they're in Australia, in the middle of the desert. Anywho, now the farmers' difficulties were worsened by the arrival of the approximately 20,000 emus. Emus regularly migrated after breeding season, heading to the coast from the inland regions, with cleared land and additional water supplies being made available for livestock by Western Australian farmers. The emus found cultivated lands for good habitat. You think they began to foray, I guess, into the farm. In particular, marginal farming areas around Chandler and Wallagulan, the emus consumed and spoiled the crops, left large gaps in fences where rabbits could enter, cause further problems. So emus and the invading species of rabbits, since that's probably the good thing to, talk about. Rabbits invading Australia. Farmers relay their concerns about the birds ravaging their crops, and deportation, ex-war, and the deputation of ex-soldiers to meet administered deficit of defense. Sir George Pierce, having served in World War I, the soldiers were well aware of the effectiveness of machine guns. Yes, you think there's a lot of less detail. I'm going to end it were requested to deployment. The minister readily agreed, although with conditions attached with guns were to be used by military personnel, troop transport to be financed by Western Australian government, and the farmers would provide food, accommodation, and payment for the ammunition. Pierce also supported the deployment on the grounds that the birds would make good target practice. Well, it was also been argued that some that viewed the operation as the sea helping Western Australian farmers, as well as streaming off the brews, especially towards the end. Cinematographer from Fox Movie Tone was enlisted. So basically, what they said, emus were eating the crops. Everything was dropping in prices. Everyone was mad. Who was mad? Party was over, and emus and rabbits and target practice. That's the three main things about it. That's the three main arguments that they brought up. In other words, they failed to deliver on any form of extra detail in the beginning of it. This one still is just using a lot of big words, yet little to no detail. This is usually what I do when I don't know about a topic fully. So I decided to write down I decided to write down something very vague that may or may not be true. So based on it, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, and drop it down to a 5 out of 10. Yeah, 5 out of 10 is good. The war is probably does that same thing, this whole part of the passage. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I make videos on a daily. Audio.